Excellent.
Who else is going to join me for a little chat? Paul, come and have a chat.
Hi, Sonia.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, are you?
I'm very good. Everybody, this is Paul Cardin. He's often in our comments. We're all in it together, is it? Is that
That's right.
That's right. That's the blog. There's Paul. Paul, why are you here?
I'm here to show support for everybody who's signed up today to, show support for Lucy Leppy. I've been watching it for a long time. I do believe she is innocent. I hope this inquiry, I know the terms of reference have not been set up properly, and we're unlikely to see it come out with any sort of result saying free Lucy Leppy. That's not going to happen. It's just there for show, really. That's how I see it.
It's painful, isn't it? Because obviously, what I talked about at the kind of start of this broadcast was this whole idea that when the Thirlwall inquiry opened, Lady Justice Thirlwall was very clear to say it's completely wrong. All these kind of alternative opinions about what's taking place, it's disrespectful for the parents. But we're now in the closing summary this week, and it's been a whole big sea change. I mean, you've got David Davis, you've got Dr. Shuley, a load of people who've got involved, and they put their reputations on the line for this, haven't they?
The travel right now is good. The more people we can make aware of this, the better. And thank you, Sonia, for coming today and doing that.
Oh no, absolute pleasure. It's lovely to be here in Liverpool. Is this your city?
No, I got the ferry over from Wallasey. From Wallasey. I just walked down the road, got on the ferry, and then walked up the road, and I'm here. It's a very easy journey for me.
Well, I'm really glad that we've got some protesters still here. So how did the protests go early? How are people responding, like going past?
Well, it's a busy city, and people are just getting on with their lives. But it was a massive group of probably 200 people with banners and everything. And we were singing songs. We all sang "Walk On" at the end, and "The Fields of Atman Rye," and there's a great community feeling going on. I saw one shouting over the road. I think he'd been watching the television and he was having a go at us, but he got drowned out by the very positive noise that's going on.
I mean, I think that the noise is just getting louder, isn't it? When I was first introduced to it, I just want to give a shout out to the people who initially contacted me about Lucy, probably about a year and a half ago now. And like other people, I was a bit like, oh, for goodness sake, this is another one. I can't take this on. I haven't got time for this. There's enough people. But what was really interesting, I thought straight away, Paul, was how badly demonized people were who were asking questions. Now, you and I are used to stuff like that because we're both alternative thinkers. We're quite used to being demonized. But I think a lot of people who came out in support of Lucy weren't necessarily coming from the kind of like alternative media or anything. So I think it was probably a bit of a shock.
Before, at the protest before, there were 2 or 3 doctors who spoke. And there was one guy there, he said, one doctor, he said, I've never been to a protest in my life, but I've got to be here today to show my feelings. He said he's been watching this case right from the start, and his professional opinion was that it was a stitch-up,
Right.
So we need people like that behind us.
Yeah, we really, really do. What do you want people to know? Because obviously there's even some people on this comment saying, oh, come on now, she's guilty as anything. And I've seen that this morning. I've looked on social media. She's guilty as hell. What's wrong with you people? And people think we've got a bit soft. You know how they used to talk about, what was his name? Was it Lord Monkton, who was always involved in miscarriages of justice? But they always used to think he was just some sort of, because they think people like us are weak, don't they, for daring to question something like this.
It's actually the opposite way around, because the people who are telling us that we're conspiracy theorists or whatever, very often they're just reacting to the TV or to the newspapers, and they're just being fed that sort of they're being fed the wrong information basically by the authorities. And it's time they started using their own nous and getting behind the start researching it for yourselves, really.
I mean, it's an ugly story, though, isn't it? It's ugly and it's emotional. It involves, 14 babies, 11 that she's said to have killed. Not 11, rather 7 that she said to have killed, 7 that she said to have attempted to kill. That's an awful lot of emotion that's generated.
And the press know that emotion is generated, and they will use that. They'll use that in their headlines, and they use it very cynically to sell newspapers as well,
I was talking earlier with the doctor about the article in the New York. No, was it the New York Times? I can't remember which one it was, but it was the New York, and that was, I think that was quite a breakthrough with Rachel Harvey. But we couldn't see it in the UK, and it was MP David Davis who actually said, you know, there's a problem here. We can't even access this in the UK, so they were hiding that from us as well. That was during the time of the appeal, but nonetheless. That's quite troubling, isn't it, when they can do that with an American publication?
And at some point in the future, I think Lucy Letby will be released, and we can look back and examine this sort of thing and realise that what the hell was going on? The censorship that it's around us all of the time, and more people are waking up to it now because we've got the internet. You know, we do have the access, and we can. If we get off our butts, get off our backside, we can go and find out what is going on. It's just like Orwell's 1984, really.
It really is. It really is. Thank you so much for joining us on the live stream today, Paul. Everybody, this is Paul Cardin. Check him out, and we're all in it together. You will see him again on the live stream, no doubt, Wednesday or Friday.
Thanks, Sonia.
Lovely to talk to you. Take care. Anybody else want to come and have a chat with me?